are some of the lessons that you've seen from some of the recent projects that have been signed?
We're doing work all over the world, and the grid that you're connected to does have an impact on what the business case is for your drive into lower cost electricity or energy for that matter. So I'll give an example in Africa, whereby they have load shedding. Demographics are the population will grow, their electricity or power needs will continue to increase, and they've got a mix between hydro and fossil fuel driven grids. And many of the miners we're working with over there, the risk of being able to obtain reliable, low-cost power over a long period of time from their grid is very high, and they also have load shedding uncertainty as well. So in many cases, the business case we're developing for them are behind-the-meter self-generation while still remaining connected to the grid is more compelling than actually being able to take your energy from the grid. Now, in their instance, they obviously have some load shedding issues. On the flip side of some of the other lessons that we've learned from that is when we've been developing business cases, there are a couple of different lenses. The technical piece, which is the optimization of a potential solution to match your load profile, and obviously managing the risk of that because production and safety are king within these mining groups. The second piece is the commercial side, is actually understanding how we could potentially bring in third-party capital. And we spoke about the return on investment for miners. What we've been finding is the expected return for miners' funds, the hurdle rate is much higher than the expected return for a very large green infrastructure fund. So to give you an order of difference, a miner might want a 15% return on there. It's not the cost of the capital, it's the return on the capital. A miner might want 15%, yet the large green infrastructure funds might be in the 6 to 8% range. Now that has a significant impact on the overall funding capability of these types of projects. And I've seen many cases where the internal hurdle rate has not been met by a renewable energy project, yet from an external perspective, it is very, very attractive. So that commercial structuring, I won't go into the detail, but it requires a lot of understanding with regards to how do you allocate risk, both from a physical sense on site, if you're doing a behind the meter, and also how do you actually potentially interface and interact with the grid. So once you've got through the technical and the commercial, you then obviously need to have a business case which is approvable from senior management and boards. And so pulling all of that together can be quite complex. We're in a new space. We are looking to drive more and more of these and accelerate. I suppose one thing I'll point to is James Curting from Goldfields spoke about the Agnew project, which is now actually up and running. That started with us helping him with a business case a couple of years ago. So you do need to bring some different levers from within the business together, get them aligned to understand what's possible. And as you go through the development phase, there's a lot of problem solving that needs to occur.